Homegirls.
What can we say about Homegirls?
Homegirls.
The remix is on the Family Business album.
Right, the original was on your album.
Right, I Am Hip Hop, which came out on Rawkus Records.
Right. And
the song produced by Domingo.
yes, produced by Domingo.
Legendary producer. If you don't know Domingo, you should check his resume. He's done songs for Big Pun, the Dream Shatterer off Big Pun's album.
Yeah. He
Kid
did
Rest, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, he did the joint for me that I did with Lin Q from
That's
X
right.
Clan. Yeah.
That's right. They had a joint on your album as well.
Yeah. Bringing the Awe.
Bringing the Awe.
Yeah,
that's right.
That joint I love.
That's right. But Domingo's resume is legendary. I mean, he's produced for everybody.
Yeah.
So it was an honor to work with him. So the remix for Homegirls.
Yeah. But the original one, the remix of the fan album.
Yeah.
The original started. I remember it started like sometimes we're on chat message and we're like, we'll throw like two bars, 4 bars, and then the other will respond with 2 or 4 bars.
Right.
And that's kind of how the idea came
Kind of
about.
throwing ideas around, lyrics back and forth.
And then you ran with it and made the full song out of it.
But we were kind of making fun of Dipset at the time.
Yeah, I
But
think
it
so.
was like, the back of the car, because they used to like, instead of rhyming, they used to just use the same phrase over and over again. It wasn't even a rhyme, but they would kind of change the meaning of it every time. So we had a whole like funny scenario, back of the car, we kept like bouncing ideas back and forth with that concept, back of the car, to the back of the car, the back of the car.
Right.
And so I started my verse that way. For the remix though, every single line of my verse ended with that back of the car, back to the car, back to something with
So
that.
you had to craft a story around that.
Right, made a whole story around that.
Right.
Yeah, which is pretty innovative. No rhymes, well there was some internal rhymes in there, but
Right.
it was more about the story and just, using that concept, kind of, back of the car, to the back of the car. I was back in the car, I hit her back with the car, I broke her back with the car, Anything you can think of using those 2 words.
And we, for the remix that was on the Found album, all 3 of us were on it.
Yeah. And we didn't think you were going to be on that because it didn't really fit your normal style, what you would normally do. It kind of took you out your comfort zone, maybe a little bit. Or it was just, this wasn't what you used, what we used to hear.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
I mean, so the funny thing about that is EJ and I did our verses for the Homegirls remix, and we thought that was going to be it.
Right.
And then it was at your studio, right? But we didn't think you would be on it. One day I just came to your studio, you're like, hey, here, listen to this. And it was your verse, like you did a verse to it. I'm like, oh snap, Tim's got a verse on this. And that just really, brought it to life. It's a fun song.
It's fun.
Our man Analyze actually had a line in a song that we did with him years ago, back in 2002.
Yeah.
It was a posse cut that we did with him, and he spit that line, and we took that, and I actually asked him if I could use that for the hook. He's like, go ahead. At first I was going to sample it, but I couldn't get an acapella of it because it was so old. I didn't have the acapella for the verse. I was like, but you know what? I'm gonna screw it anyway. I'm gonna slow it down, and so it won't even matter whose voice it is, because by the time it's slowed down in that voice, you can't tell who it is anyway.
Right.
So I spit it myself and slowed it down, and that just became the hook. It's fun, yeah.
See, I thought you sampled it from there.
No, I spit that myself. That's me. So actually, you can take that song and speed it up, and you'll hear me rapping that at my normal voice.
Word.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's a fun song. It's really fun to do live. That song always gets the best reaction live. You get the whole crowd chanting along with it.
Yeah.
Trapped in my own mind, caught up in my own. It's like a
Yeah.
chant almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a fun song. It's a fantasy type. It's out there. It's,
Right.
Yeah.
Outlandish, over the top,
Yeah.
almost cartoonish.
Yeah.
Just-
It was good. It was a good joint.
Yeah.
It hits. It knocks really hard.
Yeah. That's again going back to the beat.
Yeah.
And the hook, it's like an anthem type song. It's just really fun to do live.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
And it's also about not taking it, you don't take things too literally. Like to me, it's about going outside the box, doing your own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not being a slave to society's rules and saying, I'm gonna do things my own way. Like you guys do it like this. This is how I do it. I'm in my own world, and I'm proud of it. This is just this is my world.
Right.
I had a conversation with Analyze about that. I was like, it's really deep. The meaning behind this. And he was like, no, it's not. It's about getting head from your homegirls. I'm like, okay, that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, true.
But that's rap, though. I mean, or art. It could mean different things to different people. I mean, even the artist might think it's very straightforward, and someone else might look at that and say, it's actually kind of deep. Maybe you don't even realize it.
Right.
But there are different meanings to it.
You try to bring a meaning to it.
Find your own meaning. Yeah.
For me, I was just playing with it.
Just have some fun with it.
Yeah, it was being comical with it. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. So family business.
Yes.
Wow. I look back 8 years? Actually, if you count from the start.
From the start was 2006.
So
From the start,
7
from the
years.
recording process.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
9 years.
9 years. Almost. Yeah.
Wow.
From the start of the recording process. It came out 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's still out there for people to listen
It's on
to.
Spotify.
Spotify.
Business by the Fam. Check it out.
Yeah, you can check it out. So, right up.
Proud of the project, still to this day.
Yeah.
And you know, when I go back into the studio for my next projects, I'm always thinking, okay, I gotta top Family Business as a work of art.
Yeah.